So let me say thank you so very much, man, that you joined us for the show Real Talk. It's another day again. It's Thursday, the 17th day of April 2025, in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. Good afternoon. And those of you out of Liberia will say hi, hello, expect time zone, your geography. And welcome to the show. Also, we've got the cash to give. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. On a Thursday, it's 10,000, 10K we are giving out. Oh yes, we've got the issues. We've got some dollars, some cash to give. So start playing now. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all you need to do, and you have your 10K. 10K. Today we are grateful to be in this day again, created, set aside for us by God, having kept watch over us throughout the night with his grace, blessing, and providential care. We are grateful to God Almighty. He is faithful and true. God is faithful, never reneging on his promise, but fulfilling every word that he utters in the fullness of time for us. So we are grateful. We thank him. He is truly the God of the universe, the God of the Christians. He is the Christian God, always keeping watch. He's not a man that he should lie, as we are told in Numbers chapter 23, verse 19. He's not a man that he should lie. And Paul will give us the assurance that all of his promises are yes and amen. First Corinthians, all of his promises to us are yes and amen. We are grateful to God. We thank him for this day. He continues to keep watch over us in spite of all that we are going through, living in a terrible atmosphere under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. But he has given the assurance, just like he said in Isaiah chapter 49, that even if the mother can forget to breastfeed her baby, I, your God, will never ever forget to protect, feed, lead you on the path of safety. We are covered in the shadow of his wings. He is the Almighty God. We are grateful. Acknowledgement will always be given to him. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you this afternoon. You are great. Thank you. Pastor Roland Cape, you've on. Thank you for coming on the show. Ralph Cooper, you are on from Denver, Colorado, the United States of America. Benson Dario Victor, you are on from Doe Community. McKimmon D. Harris from Boston, Massachusetts. And my dear Southeastern sister, Dwayne T., you are on from Minnesota, the United States of America. Good to have you on the show. Hope that you are faring well. Chelsea King, you are also on from District 8, where you are following from District 8. Musa A. Sharif, you are on. Yes. Philip Nangbe, you are also on. Solo Wat Corsia, your comfort zone, New Georgia, you said. Daniel Zionwe from the where? Phoenix, Arizona, the United States of America. Uh, Darlington Pogba, veteran Liberian journalist, you are on. Good to have you on. Very good character, very good, kind-hearted, easygoing, good to work with. Darlington Pogba, good to have you on the show. Hope that you are faring well from wherever you are. Excited by your presence. Fale Escora from Banjul, the Gambia. Madison Robert from Quebec Community. That's Darius Michael, Kelvin Morris Smith. You are on from where? Where you watching from? Nuclear Town, Claudia de Paul. Okay. Thank you all. Stephen Dennis. Time is of the essence. We've got a lot on our plate this afternoon to share with you in this difficult day or days. Martin Luther King said, we've got some difficult days ahead, but we are not afraid, for God is hovering us, God is covering us. Before we get started, start playing the King's Catch giveaway. 10,000 we are giving today. Yesterday it was 4,000. Today is 10,000. Please take your 10,000. I've always told you it is not for us to keep. It is for you to take because it is your money, not ours. If you can take it, well, then LIB Radio Entertainment will take it back. So you want to dial star 799 and star 100 hash, play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's what you want to do. Start playing now. Play as many times as you can. Wherever you are, you can play from there in your office, at your business center, wherever you find yourself, walking by line, in the keke, in the taxi, private car, wherever you are, you can play from there. Dial star 799 star 100, and then you put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have your 10,000 going into the weekend. And tomorrow it's another 10,000. So if you got 10,000 today, tomorrow you got 10,000, and Saturday 10,000, and Sunday 10,000. So you see, that's 40,000 right over there. 40,000 can do a lot more for you. Time is of the essence. Let's get started. Too many things are happening in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. But before we get started, let's say congratulations to Arsenal. They did extremely well. They got the job done. They defeated Real Madrid back to back. That tells the world that Madrid dominance has come to an end. The Champions League dominance has come to an end. Madrid was awful, dreadful, ruthless, cruel, inhumane on the night. They were not a football team. Anybody who watched that game, you wouldn't consider Real Madrid a football team. It was just like a wrestling match, a karate, Shaolin. The coach ill-advised Real Madrid players. They were just claiming on Arsenal players, kicking, stepping on. One of them called the central defender, Antonio Rudiger. He almost damaged the kidney of that Arsenal player. He stepped where he stepped there, where the kidney is. So had he gone with his full weight, then that guy would have been finished. His career would have come to an end. Real Madrid, they are noted. Their players are noted for gruesome fouls. You don't want to be a fan of Real Madrid, or if you are a fan of Real Madrid, you need to pack your bag and leave them. They don't play football. They go in a showering contest, a wrestling match, just like predators or just like the guys in the arena. It was awful yesterday. No, can you imagine some Real Madrid fans? All of us, we're sitting, it's enjoyable watching the games in the midst of your friends and just watching it at home. You wouldn't have that taste. You wouldn't enjoy the game much than when you are sitting in the midst of people. And I'm not talking about hostile, reckless, don't care people. I'm talking about refined people where everybody respects everybody, right? So some of the Madrid fans, they got discouraged and they just left. Not that they were not confident of what Real Madrid would have done as they wanted Real Madrid to do, but the kind of football that they expected Real Madrid to show them, it was completely different. What they were saying was karate, was Shaolin, the arena. And they soon realized that if Madrid continues this way, they're not going to win the game. And Arsenal just kept their cool. Arsenal kept it quiet. Yes. Oscar said, please leave Real Madrid alone. Next season, we'll be back. Arsenal kept their cool, and you saw how they defeated Real Madrid. Real Madrid was completely disorganized. Their dominance of European football, the Champions League, is over. If you are a Real Madrid fan, I ask you to pack your bag, find another team. No, they are finished. They are in tatters. Carlo Ancelotti idea is over. He needs to do like Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola did extremely well for Barcelona over the 4 years he stayed with them. He gave them 14 trophies, unprecedented in Barcelona's history. When he thought that he could stay on for the 5th year, nothing was working for him. Barcelona was dismal, completely. Barcelona was in tatters. He looked at it and said, no, I don't think I can do anything extra. My idea is over. So let me leave. That's how Pep Guardiola left Barcelona and went to Manchester City. So it is not wrong. It is not demeaning when you have achieved so much and you realize along the way things aren't working to keep on staying. You can turn water into wine beyond what you have done. You pack up your bag and leave. If I were Carlo Ancelotti, I wouldn't wait for Real Madrid to sack me. I would pack my bag most respectfully and leave, and they can look for another coach. But congratulations to Arsenal. Arsenal did extremely well. Yes, all Arsenal fans, you did extremely well. We back here last night. So the semi-final now is between 4 teams: Barcelona, Arsenal, PSG, and Inter Milan. Barcelona face Inter Milan on May 6th. And then the following will be PSG and Arsenal. Some have already concluded that Barcelona is out because Inter Milan is strong. Let me just share with you small kikini, as the children can say, small kikini information. They met 12 times. 12 times they met. Barcelona won 6. Inter Milan won 2. They drew how many? 6, eh? Yes, let me check. Let me be factual with you by checking my record. Don't worry, we're getting into this political stuff. It's very interesting. Don't worry, I'm killing time on something because I don't want you people to miss out on it. So I beg you, I'm killing time on something. This is deliberate. You know, usually when I'm finished announcing the cash giveaway and other things, we get started. So yeah, they've met 12 times. Barcelona won 6. They drew 4. Inter Milan won 2. Barcelona over those legs scored 17 goals against Inter Milan, and Inter Milan scored 10 goals against Barcelona. So just so you know, those of you who are running Inter Milan too strong for Barcelona, the people always beating Barcelona. That is not true. Barcelona has a good head-to-head record over Inter Milan. The first leg is at the Nou Camp. and you will see. We will finish it from there as we did Dutma. Let's get started now with the politics. They drew 4. Lawrence Klein is telling me, yes, but my information has it. Yeah, they drew 4. Thank you for your information too. They drew 4, 4, 4, 4 draw a piece. 4 times they drew. Okay. My man, y'all go sit down, man. Y'all ain't know the draw. I tell you, then you can't talk, boy. We're gonna have first leg, yeah, April 29. That real budget. Barcelona play May 6. I'm talking about the other people I say the 6. All right, so it's not easy. It's not easy in Nima County. So you need money to follow the Nima County by election. You need money to follow other events. Dial star 79 and star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Keep playing, start playing, continue playing. You can get that 1,000. So the Supreme Court announced that everything will be made known on Wednesday of next week. So we will know what is it, whether the court, veteran Liberian journalist is following. Good to have all of you people on. Thank you so much for coming on. Ansu Conan, a historian, a great journalist. No one questions and no one, everyone will want to feed on his repository of knowledge. One of the great brains historically, the media and the country as a whole can use. But this country, they don't value people like this. No. Ansu is very, very informed. There is nothing Ansu puts out that is not true. Yeah, you will even imagine how those information, how he gets them. Very historical. And they go with pictorials. Uh, he being around and very sensitive, discipline himself to what he does. And that's how it is in life. So along the way, you are informed. And I'm excited to have him on the show. Good to see you, Ansu Conan. So the Supreme Court has given us an understanding. I'm trying to pacify the tension atmosphere because people were wondering, they were concerned, and some people started suspecting tampering by the executive with the Supreme Court bench, because since the argument, there wasn't anything like a notification of when they were going to give that ruling. Now they set Wednesday of next week to do that. So relax yourself, cool off, hold your hopes high if you have any either side. The Supreme Court will release what they have as per the ruling, having listened to the two sides of the argument. So everything, the misunderstanding of the House of Representatives comes to an end next week, Wednesday. Yes, it will either favor the majority bloc or the minority bloc, even though we do not have such nomenclature or name or designation in our political system or legislative system. But howbeit, we accept because that's what it came out with. Every situation got jargons. Every situation, people can develop different jargons to use along their stuff. So that will be on Wednesday, just so you know. The assets recovery team is going through the routine. They've invited the former chief of protocol to former President George Weah, whom they claim that she is the owner of Gracious Rye, a transport company, and Gracious Rye, as per their invite to her, they are alleging that she used her portfolio as chief of protocol to the former president to acquire substantial amount of money to buy those vehicles that are being used in the transport sector of the country. Hence, they want her to give a full understanding of how those cars were acquired, whether they were purchased with private money or state resources, that if she used her portfolio to manipulate the system to get those cars, the assets recovery team want to know. So they invited her. And then her legal team will respond to the invite from the assets recovery team. Her legal team responded. Let me share that with you. They responded. Samsung Consultancy, they responded to that. Councillor Edwin Clark Martin, Chairman, Asset Recovery and Property Tax Force, Golden Key Compound, Kingrain, Montserrat County, Liberia. Dear Chairman, we represent the interest of Madam Nora Findabondo and Mr. Francis Twine Blamo, who have forwarded your communications dated April 14 for our legal opinion. For our legal opinion, we have been appraised. We have been appraised from your letters that AREPT is in possession of alleged incriminating evidence against our clients and has invited our clients to the AREPT head office at Golden Key Hotel on Thursday, April 17, today, for conference. Mr. Chairman, it is our legal opinion that given the fact that AREPT has already concluded that it has incriminating evidence against our clients, we respectfully request that the said evidence be submitted to a court of competent jurisdiction to allow our clients have their day in court, where they will have the opportunity to traverse the said incriminating evidence under the watchful eyes of the law. Mr. Chairman, it should be noted that this request is not intended to baffle AREPT ongoing criminal investigation. Rather, same is made in good faith to all interested parties pursuant to Article 21 of the Constitution and Sections 2.1, 2.3, and other relevant provisions of the Criminal Procedure Law to avoid any travesty of justice. Thanks, therefore, to ensure our clients' constitutional rights are adequately protected, they will not be appearing as per your request, but rather they will be glad to submit. Yeah, now he's saying this country. They will be glad to submit to the jurisdiction of the court where they will traverse your alleged incriminating evidence. Sincerely yours, Councillor Abraham Darius Simpson. Yeah, all right. So this is the communication saying that conference will not take place today because the assets recovery team, as per their communication sent to them, they have already incriminated, indicted. And before coming on the air, I should be very honest. I think I heard some legal opinions. They were discussing the same thing. One of them was clear in an open gathering. We were discussing some national issues, and one of the things that came out in that gathering was this gracious right versus Arab. And one of the legal minds said that they made a mistake. They've going back with the emotion they started with. And the guy said, Clark Martin is a lawyer, and he should know that at this stage, the law is all about gathering evidence with substantial with credible reasoning. To attach Finabono position in the communication sent to the legal team, the guy said it was not right. He said that is a full indictment there already. If Finabono and the other people were invited as citizens who work in the government, employed by the Republic of Liberia, and then they can pick it up from there, because when the investigation goes on, and then those strings or other openings, avenues will start to develop. That's when now the code now would say, okay, but you were this, you were that. But you have not gone through that. You called for a hearing, and the hearing, in the communication, you incriminated the people. So what there again? And this is the reason why the legal team replied, Arab, and said they would not sit for any conference. Whatever the evidence you got that Nora Finabono, in her capacity as the chief of protocol in We Are Government, she stole money allegedly to buy all of those things. So y'all go to court now, or let us go to court, take those evidence to court, and then we'll go there to prove. But we will not sit in any conference with the assets recovery team, because they have already investigated, found guilty, and indicted Finabono and the others. That's what they said. So the meeting that was called for today couldn't take place. No, it couldn't. Legal people, you have to be very careful. Clark Martin is a lawyer surrounded by a number of politicians who think that as they think or as they want it should be. He should be advising these people. When you are writing about people, especially with such a nature or the situation you face with, you want to be very careful in how you pen. You want to be careful with your words. You want to check carefully what you say, because anything short of being very careful, it distorts your entire idea. You may have a very good plan, but the way you go about doing it, you might not just get it done as it ought to be. So the legal team of Finabono and Blamo, they said, no, we can't sit with you because you've already indicted the people. You incriminated them. Now you're ready to sentence them. So what's the essence? You just tell us or go to court with your evidence, and then the court will invite us. Then we can go and exonerate ourselves before the court. But you cannot be the referee, the judge, the linesman, and the match commissioner at the same time. You indicted the woman in her capacity. You have already said she used her capacity to steal the money, the country money. Then why are you calling us to sit down again for a conference? What is the essence of having a conference when you have already indicted? That's what our legal team said. There is no need to sit. So since you have indicted, you have the evidence, because you should have the evidence that will lead to indictment. It is evidence that leads to indictment. Once you have everything prima facie, you are convinced and ready to go to court, because you're going to present the evidence before the judge, weighted enough with every conviction why the judge should not grant or pass a guilty verdict against that person whom you took to court. And the legal team is right. They blunder from the onset. Political sentiment they put into it, getting on the street, arresting cars without going through any legal process. They took them to court. The law said this is what you needed to have done. You didn't do. Now you have to go back and put your house in order. Fast forward, the court ruled in their favor to proceed, but to proceed in accordance with the law. Edwin Clark Martin is making a mistake again. He's making mistakes again. A lawyer, you cannot, you cite the person for a conference without incrimination, without indictment. Just call the person because of XYZ. We request most respectfully that you come at the office so that we sort out XYZ. I think when such invitation is taken to the legal team, they'll look at it and say, oh yes. Say yes, we need to go there. Let's honor this invitation. Let's hear what the assets recovery team have got to say. But if you incriminate, indict, found guilty, ready for sentencing in your communication, and in the same communication you say, come, let us sit down and talk. Who's the rational person who ever want to do that, except the person who doesn't reason, who doesn't read and write? You can do that. You have to take time to do this thing. Keep playing, continue playing. Dial *799 *100#, play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and take your 10,000. Yeah, it's so provoking because you people are the ones who are taking all of the money. We can't get anything. We announce you'll get your money. The country, they were not fair. It was not fair. People taking 10,000. We're announcing 10,000 for the people. We're giving them the 10,000. Yeah, but we can't get farther. The country, the whole world not fair. Not fair. Oh, not fair. Not fair. Say. Yeah. So that area, you take your money, yeah? Dial *799 *100#. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Before we get to the third pointer. Keep playing. You need to get that 10,000. If you can't take it, well, then that's it. But you need to. It's *799 *100#. And then you put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. All right, let's move on. Let's talk NIMBA politics. NIMBA politics. Let's go into NIMBA as the third pointer, and then we can turn to you. NIMBA. It stands in NIMBA County. The election, the by-election, is a litmus test for this government, having won by infinitesimal margin the presidential election. This is a litmus test. It may seem low-key election because it's one-room election called by-election, but it is equally significant as the national election that involves several candidates. Unity Party wants to clinch it. They are putting everything into it. They got the advantages. They got the men, the resources. They got everything at their disposal because they are the government of the day. But their campaign strategy, mentally, they are not proceeding as the way they ought to proceed. They are not proceeding right. And it is very likely that they're going to lose the election. And if they lose that election, they wouldn't accept the result. They will run to court. Unity Party is desperate. They don't want to get into any disgrace. They've already seen a number of failures they have had since the ascendancy of the government. They've got nothing significant to show. They have disorganized the legislature. They have turned the legislature into an auxiliary or subservient of the executive. The legislature has lost its essence and value as the first branch of government. So they want that seat at all cost. Their campaign is working. They are campaigning for Edith Gonglo Ware. They are campaigning. In election, when you have immature people, simply because they have the power, they have money, you're not going to win that election. Unity Party will not win the election. But this is not to say that they wouldn't win. I say this to mean that I am not the one presiding, just how we can look at football game and say this person, this team will win. But when a game ends, you yell another team winning, except in a convincing situation that you can be definitive. You can be very absolute because you see the reality and nothing can reverse it, just like Real Madrid and Arsenal. So all of the people who are not Real Madrid fans, they were very confident, very absolute, very certain that Real Madrid could not overturn that 3-0 deficit. It was clear. So everybody, and truly, that's how it happened. That's how it happened. That's what I mean. You can look at the situation and say, but for this, I will tell you that when they start, you can see the indicators that it will be a close to call election. But it doesn't say Edith Gonglo Ware is an underdog. Neither Samuel Koga an underdog. No. If you look at the scene in Nima County, there are only two candidates now that are topping almost everything. Samuel Koga and Edith Gonglo Ware. Not that the other candidates are not doing well. They are doing well, but not equal in terms of impact to those two individuals, Samuel Koga and Edith Gonglo Ware. They deadly, irresponsible, careless, uncalculated, immature politics being run or carried out by Unity Party side, those are factors, those are real factors that will play against Samuel Koga. The vice president, firstly, should not have gone there. I know that the vice president wants to prove a point that he is the godfather, the heir of the late Senator Prince Johnson, but that's not how you do that. You don't have to insert yourself as godfather, and he's only doing it because he's vice president. Assume that he wasn't vice president of this country, he wouldn't have done what he's doing, because he would have been afraid of the people of Nima County. But he thinks because he is the vice president, so the people of Nima County aren't afraid of him, but rather they respect him. So he is campaigning, but his campaign is working for Edith. The vice president and the rest of the people, they are campaigning for Edith Gonglo. Where? They are campaigning. It's as simple. We saw here doing Ellen's election, Ellen national election. We are national election. We saw in other by-elections. We talked about the indicators. We told you that if CDC continues to campaign the way they were campaigning, they will lose the election. The record there, I have most of my records stay available. We will tell other people, I wasn't on the platform, I was on other platform, that the way CDC campaigning, if they continue to campaign that way, leaving the issue and getting on personalities and saying all kinds of awful things, they will lose elections. And my argument was, we are gradually becoming an enlightened society. The people now, they have become, if they are not 100%, but getting to be issue-based electorate, then rice, money, electorate. The reason for that is as simple. Look at society, open your eyes. Over the years, the people were used, fooled, abused, exploited. With the passage of time, they got to the realization that these people were taking advantage of us because we weren't critical. We were falling for the crumbs. So they would come to us and bring rice and bring zinc and bring this. When we put them there, they turned their back on us. So this time around, we'd rather be critical than to fall for anything. And they set the example. This, what's the election that brought we out to power? The guy set the example, the people of this country. They were not falling for money, rights, and all of those things. You hear them saying, we're tired of being fooled. And most of the people who lied to us, they will not go back. Look at the guys who, from Ellen's time, were in that Senate. 99.9%, the people voted them out. You got new people. That's when Hansen Kazolu, Dixon Sibo, and Abu Kamara, and the rest of the guys came. The people in this country, they are gradually becoming issue-based electorate. They are more concerned about what you can sell of your candidate than to just be talking rubbish and crabs all over the place. You go to the place. How can you be a vice president? You're running campaign. And you're saying all kinds of awful things. You're engaging in divisive politics, that the election is for the Gio people. And Prince Johnson never campaigned that way. Prince Johnson never reduced himself to clan politics. He didn't. Prince Johnson never ever, as godfather for Nima County, who decided 3 successive elections in this country, never ever reduced himself to clan politics. He never brought division in the midst of the people of Nima County. He will always tell his candidate, tell the people why his candidate is the right candidate, why Nima County should vote for that candidate. Here is the man who said he has replaced Senator Prince Johnson, goes in the county and preaching clan politics, preaching divisive politics. On top of it, he takes somebody with a damning character, an undesirable character, an unwanted character. He takes the man with him. The man was in jail. His own government jailed him. The vice president intervened, took him out of jail because he insulted a lot, and then called him to join the campaign team for Koga, knowing very well that this man is rude, and most of the people in Nima County don't like this man. You went and took the man on your campaign trail. The man increased the divisive politics. Now the vice president came to distance himself. That is a blatant lie. That is a joke. Vice President Jeremiah Kun did not distance himself. Samuel Koga did not distance himself. That's not what you call distancing yourself from anything of such nature. No. People, you're put on reasoning. When I take in exception, I sit down, I analyze well, put all of the factors on the table. Here is it. Who don't know this man, Prophet Key, as a very rude individual, abusive character? Who don't know? The vice president is aware. Samuel Koga is aware. All of those people are aware. For 6 years, he sat in Morocco. He insulted from the presidency to the ordinary people. He insulted all of the women that were in our government, and majority of them stay in this country, some of them in the Zimbabwe government. He insulted them. He went, after he was denied by the National Elections Commission, he opened up on the chairman of the National Elections Commission, the chairperson, David Eto Brown Lasana. It was based on that they invited him to the police station, not necessarily for falsification. They just used the falsification. Go to Prophet Key. Thank you. That video, all of us will have downloaded. So if they even took it down, we still have it. The following day, after he said that one big person would die, as if he go. The following day, he did a 20 minutes video on David Eto Brown Lasana, cursing the woman all over whichever way that the thing there they invited him for. But they did not want to say because of what he said about the chairman, the chairperson of the Elections Commission. They just say for falsification claim. You know that you watch that video, then you call the man to go and campaign. The man stand there in a campaign. The man speaking to the people in Nima County, he cursing. Then he goes to say Musa Belete, as Mandingo mayor, he's on a mission when he's elected or he wants to get to power, so he will take the land from Mandingo people. I'm sorry, too shame. Sorry if I went this right, please forgive my unprofessionalism and bias if you will consider it, but I think I'm right. Those of you Mandingo people who are in this government, and you people are silent on this. Yesterday, you people were loud enough. Were loud. Yeah, it's one of several.
If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill them. Is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, if a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, if a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, if a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, if a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County.
This was about the sin lane issue. Today, this man, this voice, one of 5 I have, is in this government. None of them can condemn what Prophet Key would say of Musa Belete and the Mandingo people. Why you will reduce yourself to that? You know why they're going that route? You know why they're going water politics? Because they got nothing convincing of their candidates to sell him. The candidate is empty. Isn't it the same candidate was the one who threatened Julius J? And are the same candidate Samuel Koga, who went on the air The whole world is aware of it. He threatened Julius J of OKFM. The man got nothing to show since he been in that place. What has he to show? The man character is awful. So nothing there to sell positively of this man. He's not sellable. He's unsellable. So the result of Guata politics. And you think the people of Nima County will sit down there? All of those tribes? Unity Party lost the election. They can put billions of dollars there. The people will eat it. And I told you people, thank God that we have technology. We've covered most part of the country. Hopefully, with the passage of time, Kings FM will be covering the entire country. Technology is in Nima County. The people there, they are hearing me. They are watching me. I've told you people, you eat these people money. Samuel Koga, the vice president, and every other person or persons that will go there, you eat the money. You eat it. They ain't ready yet. You eat the money real good, that free money, in fact, that your own money. Why will you stoop so low? When you get nothing, the people who can be cursing, they're in the free talking, they start cursing. You know what I mean? They empty, nothing there. They think that God gave the 5 cents, it empty. That just the score sitting down. When you get something, when somebody says something, you put reason to the flow. That's when the people can look at it and say, oh, that guy sound. Oh, that lady is sound. Let's go for that lady. When you're in a room, and you can watch some debate, when one person is arguing, the man talking about this, talking about that, the other person can just get emotional. Then the man say, calm down, chief, calm down. Let's reason out here. It's not how we proceed. Oh, my man, where there? Oh, the next thing is start using some words. So the people who watching the debate now, they will go in favor of that man who is intelligent, who is keeping his calm, who is putting the issue to the floor. Then they will go against the man who starts to insult because they see him as bad man, as his behavior depicts. Why would you go and say that thing in Nima County? The people of Nima County, let me tell you people, if you're ever elected Samuel Koga, then you people, sorry to say, the most stupidest people and the most stupidest county to ever exist as a county in this country. If you people ever did that, you tell them you people are not stupid. Tell them you people are not dull. Tell them you people have always lived over there in peace, love, and unity. This is not to say that you may not have one or two misunderstandings amongst yourselves, but you never reduce yourself to this. Nima County is known in this country over the years as one of the peaceful counties. We know that for a fact because apart from Senator Johnson leading as political leader or godfather in that place for several years, we have not heard anything that we hear of other counties. Clash for this, clash for that. Don't stoop so low. Don't sell your right for a few dollars because the vice president is there. Don't sell. Don't give into anything called position. Prove to them by rejecting them. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 10,000 we are giving. Today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday. So you can get 10,000 today and 10,000 tomorrow Friday. If you can get it where it's up to you. Dial *799 star 100 hatch and put in 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US and you have your 10,000. It's up to you to take. It is not for us to keep. If we can reach the threshold, we will call. If we can't reach the threshold, we will not. Let me make this clarification. Many people think that we have money here. Sometimes when you leave the radio station, when people see you, they say, oh, St. Andrew, so you get money. You won't get our money here. You're eating the money. You will just playing and playing. We can't win. Say, no, we don't get money in our radio station. Say, you know it. We don't get money. The people, when you play, everything you play here is going to the people and not coming to us. That the people can say, Sam Andrews, this person reached the normal And so call the person and say you win 10,000. That the people can call Israel, the person reach 10,000, reach the number, call the person and announce to him that he win 10,000. That the people can call AB, call this person has reached the number, and this person has won 10,000. That now, oh, we're not sitting. No radio station. When you hear the radio station and talking that thing, that the system, the people set in place. We not get money. That now our own thing. So I beg you, the last time the man was here, the big man for radio entertainment, the man was here. Some of you asked the man question, the man explained the same thing. They're not a radio station, but you're putting everything on us as if we are the ones. No, we not get money here. No money setting in AB over that when you play 1-2 times, then we'll go and take the money, or you come to the radio station, we'll get you the money. No. That's why they say cash gave away that game. The more you play, when you reach the number, you will win. Then the people will call. They will send a number to us. Then we look at the number. They will say, call this person. That's when you can hear John Josiah. Yeah, I'm Sam Andrews calling you from XY, from King's FM, from Fire, Papa. Did you play the King's Cup? Yeah, I play this time. And how often, Papa? Okay, you have won for yourself 10,000. And finish. You go, you get 10,000. We not get money. We ourselves we want our 10,000. But hey, no way to wait. So that how you looking, yeah. So continue playing. Yeah, when you reach there, our responsibility is to encourage you. And your responsibility is to play. And your responsibility is to receive the 10,000. That's all. So as we wind down on this one, that's how it is in Nimba County. And guess what? I told you people of the women's readiness, and I will be excited for the win of Edith Gonglo, where I can brag about that as other would, that they always want women to win. And then, no, I don't brag about those things, but I always have that desire. So I always go in support of them. But when they blunder, I say, when Representative Mema Briggs Menza had first announced that she was contesting the deputy speaker position, when I heard that, I said, no, this is good. And so I need to get her. And it was her first time getting on radio. I brought that woman on radio. Her first time. At that time, I was Capital FM. I appealed to her and begged her and told her that, yes, you have to. I'm in support of you, so you have to come and explain. And she consented. And we had a fruitful discussion, very fruitful. Beyond that, now all the radio stations started calling her. But I maintained. And I started advocating, telling the people why they must vote her as deputy speaker. It didn't work for her, but I still have that confidence in women's ascendancy. Fast forward, we have another situation. The Senate has only 2. That is not a number for count. It's not recognizable. No. Even if Ida wins, which I know she will, it will still not be significant. But at least we will all be excited that a woman clinched it. You go for Edith Gonglo where the doyen of Liberian politics, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is in Nimba County campaigning, or to boost the campaign of Edith Gonglo where. And that is very good. Very good. I was excited and stay excited seeing the doyen of Liberian politics, though frail, but she is defying frail health to get Edith Gonglo where elected. And that's how it ought to be. If ever was the time for the women of this country to stand together, hold together, rally together, speak with one voice, be that cohesive, build a strong synergy against male dominance. Now is the time. Stop this ranting that male not giving your chance, male not doing this, the sexist and chauvinistic politics. You drop all of those things. I listened to Charlene Bronskin. She stays stooping so low, but you can't blame her because she understands the political terrain. At this point in time, women should not be shifting blame on men as the impediment or obstacle to their ascendancy. They should say to themselves that, oh, look, in the midst of whatever, we will make it. All we need to do is to hold together, preach the same gospel, rally amongst ourselves, stand together, build the synergy necessary, and we will get it. That's how women in other countries do. They don't go around shifting blame. It is not the male responsible to allow any woman to ascend. Let me tell you, the women today, you know it. It is no man's responsibility to make way for a woman. It is the woman's responsibility to make way. It is not the man's responsibility to make way for a woman. This thing ain't no house thing. National politics, they're not house thing. They're not babe and darling, honey. No, they're not babe, darling, honey thing yet. They're not love affair. Politics for hard skin. Politics a strong mind. Politics is a fight using the intellect. You drop that thing. Men won't get a chance. The men of this country, they are the impediment. No man is an impediment to any woman's ascendancy. And you say what men can do, woman can do it. So why you stay shifting blame on men now? I hate to hear that. The doyen is there. Either will win. Unity Party will lose the election. There will be a shock. They will not attempt to steal the election. They will not rig it. The election will be fair, credible, and transparent. They will bow in defeat. Edith Gonglo will rise up and celebrate in victory, just as Arsenal celebrated in victory against Real Madrid. They will not want to accept the result. They will attempt to run to court, or they will run to court. You know why? They know that they are losing ground. The politics not working in their favor, is working against them. The strategy, all of those people, look here, see what is happening. On top of it, Unity Party has done nothing. Everything is just rhetorical. It's just rhetoric. Nothing to show. Just launching. Today again, they went to sit down to launch development partner address. The next thing, whole day, Boaga going to the other place, nothing substantial. So, because the national elections now, even though that one room, but it's equally national. That's what they say by-election. So it has national implications. You're running on United Party ticket. The United Party people should tell the people of Nima County. Boaga came to the presidency in January. He has done this. He has done that. He's doing this. He's doing that. Apart from what the candidate himself did for the people of Nima County, did when he was, even though he stayed there, did as representative of Nima County in the House of Representatives. Unity Party did nothing. They got nothing to show to boost Samuel Koga's campaign. Nothing, absolutely. So you see that. Then they get that man there, the man using all kinds of cursing the people. Politics is not about cursing. Politics is the issues. You have to avoid being abusive, unruly. You go straight to the issue. They get something in intellectualism called ad hominem. Ad hominem. That means that line say avoid going to the only person. Just talk about the issue. Let me put it in simple terms. You and I talking. Then he say, look at Sam Andrews. Sam Andrews this. Sam Andrews that. Oh, you're saying all that thing about my personality. But you're telling the people why they must vote you. The high looking. So At the close of the day, now when the argument finished, the people, they come to St. Andrews. Even if St. Andrews, he said nothing much, or he do nothing much. The fact that you are only talking about me, you are promoting me. So you sold me to the people. Now the people see me as the right man. That's what they call in intellectualism, or in politics, they call it ad hominem. They say, don't talk about the person, who the person is. Talk about what you can do, what you have done. If the people elect you, what you will even do. Because you're selling yourself. That's it for Nima County. Let's turn to you now to have Yossi Zheng Mabore say, it is the women's responsibility to give way. You just said that this was this national issue and not a home issue. So why it is women's responsibility to give way? Edwin Hoff, your line is too long. Your comments too long, but I will try. I should respect you. You took up time, energy, and resources to write. So if I can read all, let me read some. You say, "I'm sorry, but I need to say this. It is not personal, but you're a chief. No, we're talking about the issue. The same thing we talk. Then you carry it out. That's Philip Nangbe said they are starting with the Mandingos. Next, they will turn to the Manons, Kran, and other tribes within Nimba. Koga and Kon and Boakai are divisive people. Who else? Abraham King said no Nimbayan would sell their birthright for little or nothing to J. Kon. We Nimba people, we will vote for Edith. Okay. Let's go to you. Dial 0772 2399 33 0886 3044 97. The women's line 0777 980375. And keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. 10,000 we're giving. Dial star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandro.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mayoy Nyapwa, Veteran of Niguta. We are praying this coming Wednesday to hear the ruling of the Supreme Court. So we are asking God for God to reach out that day to see if they hear the ruling in favor of Council of Cape and Kofa. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Yeah.
Say the right of Gibraltar. Better say I'm Johnny Hackman and I call it my comfort principal in government. And let me say the people that are in Nima County, they ought to be fast tracked. They shouldn't allow people to use the tea for opening up. I mean, I think the Nimadian, they have seen it. This is a litmus test for this government. These people there are the same people that led your godfather to the great beyond. If the people come and make themselves to be Messiah to you, and you still can't get them power, they know that Prince Joseph will not be happy. Please, we're appealing to you. Your look at either side. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a nice Thursday. Okay. Let's go. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Samanju. Well, this is Mohammed Donzo Fofana Jr. I do join you from the Samara Jazz area. Well, even though I am a Mandingo, but I'm not from Nila, I'm from Lofa. But I would like to tell the Nibalan that they are poetry they are speaking in
That the same thing. You Mandingo. Whether you from Nimba, Granjida, or Mandingo. That same thing.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to tell the Nimbalan that their quality they are speaking. More especially that Jomet one to call Koga.
He's a buffoon. He doesn't know anything. What can you cause that?
All right, Chief. Thank you. You went off. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sam Andrews.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
This is Hussein. My name is Hussein Kewu. I call from Jacobstown, District 2.
Let's hear you.
Yes, so thank you. Thank you for the conversation. So I listened to the different talking points. The first one I had to do with Sina Bono, former chief of protocol. Sam, there is a law in this country, and I think that law, the Constitution should protect every Liberian citizen. The issue that has to do with the asset recovery. Sam, since the asset recovery started work, they have invited little over 15 persons, including even Dr. former deputy director at GSC. Nobody have heard in the public that they were invited because they called them to get some inquiry. Later on, we got to know that Pina Bono was invited by the asset recovery. She publicized it. She politicized it in the name of buying sentiment. Let me say this to her. Nobody is above the law. If even you were the son or the daughter of the president, even the president is not above the law. So if there is inquiry from a team that has been set up by the president, you can go and clear your name. Nobody say you are indicted. No, the letter they wrote you, they didn't say you are indicted. They only needed some information from you. Then you came to the public to buy sentiment, and I listened to my brother from the CDC.
Did you see? Hold on. Did you see? Hold on. Did you see the communication from the legal team?
From FINA?
Oh, but you quoting FINA. FINA did not put any communication out. FINA did not go public with anything, Chief. You're not following the trend of events. No way. You quoting FINA as putting it out and buying public sentiment. Did you read a communication from FINA Bono? Did you read any communication from her?
The communication I was sent.
Did you read any communication from FINA Bono?
No, it didn't come from her to that.
Did you read? Did you read? Answer the question, my man. Did you read any communication from FINA Bono?
No.
Okay, but then.
Okay, so.
Hello. Hello. Chief, you on the air?
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yaba Madison, and I call from Shebai community. Yeah, to remember, politics issue. St. Andrew, we all living in a labor and we all living in a moral time. And from now to the election, it's not too far. St. Andrew, let me tell you, Liverpool still vote for Samuel Coker. To tell you that Liverpool people, may be sorry to say, or to tell you that Liverpool, they're not serious. After all our insults and whatsoever in public, in the presence of the vice president, Liverpool still go and vote for Samuel Coker. And you will see the election result. That's why they are intimidating people now in Nimba, Gemaku, using his vehicles and whatsoever, harassing people all around in Nimba country, get Samuel Coker to get an election. And so Liverpool will still vote, Samuel Coker. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Brother Sam.
Your name and where you call from?
DJ was calling for the power of Kuta. Yeah, Brother Sam, you see, let me go forward to the FINA issue. Now, the Brother Joe was talking about the drop the line.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't drop the line. I caught him off because he wasn't making sense.
Okay, thank you. Fina did not say she wanted to be even Fina, we come over and say she will now go what the she now be she not go to the law. You always say you form you create, you say I roll. You already accusing me, say you get evidence against me. Say you get evidence against me, then go to the law. There's not be speaking to say I don't want to go to you people, still not go to the law. And there's one more to go to the law, and then the same lawyer you gotta go to. Now, I don't put anything to say, oh, go to the law. If somebody say, oh, go to the law, she won't, I can be a common man. Issue anything, give me the police. I don't want to visit the police. There's nowhere I can go, and they came in the court. If you came in the court, I will appear in the court. So she's not wrong that they say,
all right,
I'm not going to your, I won't go to the court. If you came in the court, I will appear to the court, I will justify myself.
Thank
if
you,
I
sir.
say, well, I can tell the consequence of the law.
Thank you.
But if you understand the law, she's not refusing. If she come over here, all of us decide to keep it to herself.
She decided to vote the house. And you all, because you know that she clear why she vote the house. They said a crown, they say,
Thank you, sir. Let's go.
The Nima issue better quickly. The Nima issue is Samuel Koga just want to embarrass himself. If the dinner, the late Senator Johnson, if not going to be living, and I spoke up in somebody else that jet okay. Koga and Senator Johnson will take the Syria. So the Nima should not be thinking that say Koga want to wait that send that because of Senator Johnson. No, Koga is just doing it in the same way. If Koga get a job, you will never compare man with Senator Johnson. Senator Johnson, Koga do.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
I was doing. So get this straight.
Okay. Thank you. Let's give another person chance. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Everywhere in the please. You get me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. This is Peter Callan from Council of West Point. The waiting for who is God this coming Wednesday. Nobody said it, but what who is God? Who is God? What will get so far back? And what will have done one now? We start waiting. We tired. Waiting for who is God? Look at the fire for a few days. For our people, your papa. Your papa know that still need. So me on it. Day, everything, but now it's taking a place.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, so let me end on the second talking point, the one that has to do with the Nima election.
Yeah, you don't put sentiment into a discussion.
Yeah, no problem, Sam. You cut me off for the
it was intentional. You did not read. You did not read any communication from Finabono. Finabono did not put any communication out. Then
you cut me off for that one, so I called.
No. Listen to me, my man. I'm controlling you. I can cut you off this time. Listen to me.
No issue.
You have to come to the discourse with honesty and sincerity, as you people always say. What you did not read from the person, do not say the person did. I know that you are a unity party person, so you want to spread. You heard me reading the communication from the legal team. So had you quoted the legal team or had you referenced the legal team communication, then I would have kept you on. But you don't say Finabono came to the public, the other people ain't come to the public, only Finabono came to the public, she put it on, she put it on. Did you read anybody ever quoted Finabono as having this communication out? You don't do that, my man.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, Sam. So to the election there in Nima, I think we have graduated from the stage of tribal politics. I think that girl have to move on. So that I listening to Prophet Key. I know he has taken the media landscape over the period of time, in recent time. Everybody now you listening as Prophet Key and Prophet Key. But we know this character to be somebody who is very rude, who doesn't even have a manner. But yes, we noticed that people who want to gain political or opportunities, they want to do it at the detriment of the ordinary people. We had Yeke Kuruba in our C region going a campaign and insulting the president and officials of the government, but nobody cares. No, that is not a problem.
Why Yeke insulting president?
But unless you not follow some of his
I'm following everything that happening in Nima County. I can tell you what happened now, right now. And you check your later.
So I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue that. But Sam, sometimes we have to condemn people whenever it's necessary to condemn them.
All right.
Right? So I want to call on those who are instigating violence.
So because you say Yeke causing Nima County, so that justification for your man Prophet Key to preach that. Later.
My religion does not permit that.
I see you.
My religion does not permit that.
Okay.
So I condemn the out of place, arrogancy, and violence. So anybody that is doing that, please stop. Let the people go for the election. And in fact, the election will fall on my birthday. So for the sake of my birthday, please keep it peaceful.
My man, go sit down, man. Hussein, I see you. Later. Hello. You are on the line. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
We see, one thing looking for in the in a station. We see you're spoiling the country, you're damaging the country, you're putting the country to kill. Then you're not thinking about it. And how they standing on the on studio, you talking to them. What we know, yeah, we the old people need to sell it for our country now. They store now. We say that we worry on our children and we worry our kids are going to school. We don't understand the whole country, the country damaged. Yeah, the damaging our resources on our side, they care our money and they care to go damaging on our side. Then you send on show, you talking stupid thing. I beg you, I must move beyond Finabono. You are not beyond Finabono. Finabono debate to play with. That woman that get hard for people. That woman that can be listen to cry. When you cry, you go to her, she will take a tear from your eye. You're not looking at your rescue that you're passing through in Liberia to destroy our country. So forget about our people then. You will sing. I always tell you.
You went off. You went off. Let's bring on your sister. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo, you are on, my man.
Thank
But
you,
Chief,
sorry.
no,
Thank you.
my man, that women's
I'm
line, yo, you know the difference between women's line and men's line?
Please, I beg you. Please, I
No,
beg you.
no. I had to set precedence. You will hear all of the people that said on the radio, women's line 0777. That's the only 0777. So if we're calling the number 0772 0886, then they say women line 0777. I will stick that 0777 in my mind that are the women's number. So I will not attempt to call it. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Andrew. This is Philip. Philip Estamba. I'm calling from Upper Kawa. When it comes to the issue of gracious ride and the asset recovery team, for me, it is good that they do their work holistically. They should not be biased. The reason I'm saying that, my dear brother, although nobody is above the law, but the way they are doing things, you cannot say I'm a criminal, then you're asking me to produce evidence. I thought the government has all the necessary evidence to prosecute Nora. But if they're asking Nora to submit all her documents and evidence, I think it is highly political. No one is, we are not saying that they should not prosecute those guys that embezzle or misuse the state fund. But what we are saying, they should do it in the proper China. Then that we will know that there is no biasness in that. And they are only focusing on the opposition. Why not men like the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, where he went and collected money and from NASCO over $500,000 up to now. We cannot hear nothing from asset recovery team. We cannot hear from the government. Why? Whenever you say you are prosecuting or you are fighting corruption, fight the corruption holistically. But don't be selective. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for calling. Spicing of the show. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank all of you. I do it extremely well. Time is of the essence. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We are getting there. We're getting there gradually. And that star 799 star 100 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. And then you can win for yourself 10,000. Okay. So Mandingo people there. The other Mandingo man, he can condemn a man now because he in government now. He more sharp in we are government. We are government. Just for Benin, he said they will kill the Chief Justice. Francis Kwokwo, he was the Chief Justice then. The mayor, Mark Jabate. So he can't talk. You know why? Because he's sitting down at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Bwaga gave him job. So he prefer whatever can happen to the Mandingo people, let it happen. As long as he has gotten a job and the Unity Party people saying what they're saying against the Mandingo people, so he abandoned Mandingo people. He cannot come in defense of them. He preferred to protect his job than to go in defense of his fellow Mandingos.
If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County.
That was one of the deadly things that is tantamount to arrest and persecution, but we are tolerated it. Unity Party people today, they say you must not say anything about Boaka. You must just worship Boaka. Even if bad things happening, you must say good. You must fall to Boaka feet like a shoe. The man who in Boaka government as assistant minister at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Mark Jabate, that's why he said that we are government time. He said this thing. We are never ran after him. Chief Justice never battled. All those people, they say all kinds of things. If we play some of the clips we can play on the air. Let me tell you today. Then we come, we just listen to it and say, because professionally, you can't allow those kinds of expressions to come on the air. People will lose confidence in you. It's unprofessional. So some of the things we talk it. We talk it because that's what the law say. You can take profanity and bring it on the air, but we can talk it. Prophet Kid, I think he did. He said about the spokesperson the chairperson of the National Elections Commission. You think I can bring it? No, I can't. But they won't yet. It's clear. Say anything like this in this government, you see the predator police coming. Before they can even handle you, you might not die. When they go, they will laugh. That in we are government, we are say your little people, let them say anything they want to say, speak any way they want to speak. And they had the backing of Waka.
If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County. If a single Mandingo man is killed in Ganta, we will kill the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia because he is responsible for the land dispute in Nima County.
So the land business that he was so vexed in defense of his fellow Mandingos. Today, those Mandingos are insignificant. You're sitting there. Some of you people, you voted for Unity Party. Today, Unity Party people telling you that the election, that Nima County for the Gio people. Mandingo people, you get ready to leave. If for the Gio and the Mano. Your investments you're having over there, the Boeing at time, as far as they concern Nima County, not for you're in part of Nima County, you came from on the other side. That's how they have all along taken you people to be. So you see now that God is exposing them. They're putting it outside. Let's go to something else. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Time is of the essence. Let's go to something else. Where is my a cappella guy? Keep playing. Down stars 799 star 100 hash. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. Where's my a cappella guy? I can see him. If we can, then we'll go to the man who stirred up the rally, the due payment rally at CDC headquarters with this song.
Guess what? Baby, won't come and play. I swear. I will win a EPA with me.
No. This is not it. This is not it.
I just want to ask you one question. Now, who you came to rescue? Oh, you You not giving the people what they want, then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr.
Okay, I can get that one, but this one suits it also.
You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, now why you tell us? You even claims to even be the hero from your experience. So why you for us? So why the rest person not stable? No job, no food, no on the table. No justice for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't go. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping for the breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I get to say you got no love. Mr. Rescue. Oh. I just want to ask you one question. Now who you think to rescue? Oh. You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say I'm like you. You say you was going to change things, but we're not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team, but we're not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Pilot, they can't come through. You dance sassy, you wish hunting. Now only that, but the Nigerian people suffering. You dance sassy, you wish hunting. Now only that, but the Nigerian people suffering. Tell me who you really came to rescue now. You and your rescue team. Oh, Mr. Rescue. Oh, I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? Oh, you're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say I'm like everything. I so yama 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 yama.
Yama 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 yama. Everything yama 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 yama. Zama also. It's also BB Mav, empty promises, rhetoric.
Mr. Rescue. Oh, I just want to ask you one question. Now who you came to rescue? Oh, you're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say I'm like you.
They have rescued themselves. They have taken everything onto themselves. They are comfortable in their hustle now. Yeah. All right. So time is gradually winding down. You are doing well with the King's Cash giveaway. It means that very shortly you might be called. And so it means if they send a number, then we announce, and then you can have your 10K. So we waiting. Let's see. Yeah, but you're doing well. Keep playing. We're getting there gradually. So we can hit it in the next few minutes. Let's go to this one, and then we out. And that is a hitting Unity Party people. You see why opposition radio so unique? You like opposition radio than your own station. Because your radio stations, they're not honest with you. They are deceiving you. So you can move from there, you can on opposition radio. Then you're writing all kind of things, you're cursing. You're causal. You say anything you want to say about your business. All we know that we're making impact. That's the reason. The person who caused, it means the person didn't have the kind of training. The person is putting out bad orientation. Yeah, the person that can cause in writing or in talking, it means that's how that person came up. When you hear people say you're a street child or you're a street person, it means you did not have formal orientation. Orientation means training. You did not have it. So everything that in you, that routine, you grown up person. The way again, you grown up in a country, the word is grown up, but they use it for bad behavior. Yeah, man. Okay, so you'll be cussing. You'll be saying all kinds of things about us, about everything. We're talking. It's heading your bad way. That the advantage of opposition radio. Pro-government radio flatters. They don't tell you the truth. They make you to feel that everything good. But in reality, no, because they're getting their money. Things high on you. So you come to the opposition radio now, instead of being quiet and listening attentively, you're raining insults. We hear your bad way. Y'all go to your radio station, y'all go to all kinds of crap. All right, so let's go. And you are a lady. You are a lady, Evelyn Davis, even if it's if you're using pseudonym, but let's assume that you are a lady. You have to be very careful. You don't do that. You are a woman. And you have to maintain your woman reputation. Yeah. You don't want to stoop so low as a lady. All right. So let's go now to the last pointer as we watch the dashboard. If you're not playing, we can reach the threshold or the number. I can do anything. That's how it looks. We are not giving money. The radio station don't give money. No, not at all. When you hear this thing on all the radio stations, they're not giving, they don't have money in the radio station. That, how they call that, radio entertainment. So when you're playing that the people looking at it, we're not looking at it. That the people looking. They both just send it on our phone. Yeah, then they say call this person. How you looking? They both sitting that way to the office. They're monitoring all the radio stations. So when you reach it, the people can tell us. We only messenger. When you reach it, they will tell us. That's why you hear sometimes you say, "Oh, I play and I'm winning." Oh, the people can call because you think because you play now, the person talking about it or the person called the amount. So as soon as you play one time or two times, they will call you straight. No, that's not how you looking. Oh, the people get certain number you have to reach. When you reach that number, they can send your name. That's how you looking. That's why you hear the people encouraging, continue to play. There's that, all the kind of thing. So let's go now. Let's go. All right, let me position myself to talk about this because it's going to be a non-stop. Yes, let me position myself real good. Huh? You're listening carefully. Okay. So no more silence, no more quietude, no more overlooking certain things from certain government officials. No. We felt that because we're in an intellectual gathering, we disagree to agree. We have a common denominator called Liberia. We respect the government. We got a small village that went through years of war, and the war was very devastating. Tens of thousands of people were killed. $1 million property, infrastructure of all kinds were damaged. Today, Liberia is still behind. Thanks to our international partners and friends who are still helping us to recover. The stakeholders in this country, they are doing their best. But in the midst of the good people, there are always bad people. And you find most of the bad people in government. The stakeholders will do the best they can, knowing what a country is, what it ought to be, fight hard to keep it peaceful. But it seems it is reaching a point where we will not overlook certain things. When you're in a warfare, you use all of the weapons available to you. You don't sit supinely and your enemies move on you and overtake you. If you ever settle for that, God himself will not protect you. He will not come to your rescue. God armed everybody to face the giant that come against them. The giant can be government official, a friend of yours, an institution, giant just anywhere, everywhere. Giant is in the office, at the business center, in government institution, the government itself, the opposition, everywhere you have giant. And there is only one ultimate rule: resist the giant. Resist. If you can resist that giant, then the giant will overcome you. The same way God will say from a spiritual standpoint, it's also, there is the physical side of it. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and power, ruler in high places. People disguise themselves. I am laying the basis to go to what they have resorted. I know that it is a plan, but the government will not succeed in this. Some people will be sacrificed. When you think that you got government position to be saying awful things against stakeholders, listen, your own boss will reach the point to sack you. We saw it in Ellen's government. We saw it in Weah's government. And it will happen in this government. And I am referencing the Ministry of Information, not a particular person. The Ministry of Information. I am taking it institutional, not that I will not name individual, but I am taking it institutional because it is an institutional decision. What they do at the Ministry of Information and other places, it is with the support of their masters, their patrons politically, their hierarchy. Those people who come to speak, who face the public, they don't do it on their own. Pierre, Daniel Sando, and the rest of the people who will come, they don't do it on their own. They don't wake up in the morning and say to themselves, I'm going to the information ministry, I'm going to say this thing about this person. No, it is always a collective decision, and one person is designated to go and say. Every day, they would say awful things about the ex-president. Those who speak, they get direct order to say what they say from their bosses. They have a plan in place to get at George Weah. They said Weah is the threat to Liberia's democracy. I should say to you, Weah is not a threat to Liberia's democracy. The threat to Liberia's democracy is Joseph Yuma Boakai and Unity Party government. Because they are the threat to Liberia's democracy, they have broken down the country's democracy. They now feel insecure and they are looking for people to hang their rags and junks on. That is why they are talking all those craps and junks. How can we be a threat to Liberia's democracy when Liberia has no democracy? Or if Liberia ever had democracy in this government, in this time of Nebuchadnezzar, he is the only person with the help of international partners and other people to put Liberia's status, broken democracy, back on course. And you see it with international partners going to him, consulting him, seeking his intervention. Not only that, but they will look up to him because they know who he is. They don't go to government officials. They know that the president has torn Liberia's democracy. Look where we are. Who has unsettled the legislature? Who got the legislature for several months now, has no semblance, no relevance of first branch of government? Who was the mastermind? Who tore that democracy, that legislative democracy, in pieces? Isn't President Joseph Yema Boakai? Today, he does not know how to get it fixed. It's out of his hand completely. The guys at the Ministry of Information don't know that. They don't know. Should we go on and on to name everything from January to this time that this government did undemocratic? That even now, as we speak, what they are doing can plunge this country into another round of chaos? Do you know that the Ministry of Information is one of the main threats to Liberia's democracy? And let me say to the guys at the Ministry of Information, if you don't know, we are aware, but Pierre knows that very well. When you're treading this route, every day you wake up and you start to make statement of such which is very strong against the leading opposition person, there is every likelihood that you will lose your job. You know why? Because the very international community will go to the president and say, Mr. President, this thing your minister is saying, this thing your deputy minister is saying has the propensity of causing this, causing that, and you have to do something about it. Let me give you one example. Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon felt that he could go at the ministry, or he was at the Ministry of Information, and just say anything. And when he went and started talking about this, Congo that, the United States ambassador called President Weah. Go and ask him. They told President Weah, are you aware of what your minister said? Please look at the implication of this. Before then, it took the entire social media of the country everywhere. That thing was not easy in this country. The atmosphere changed. President Weah immediately took action by suspending Eugene Fagon. That one of the grudges he had in his heart, he kept it until he left from here. Daniel Sano and Jeremy Pia, they think that they are law unto themselves. They think that they are more Liberia or more Unity Party. They think they are the only spokespersons that Boakai has. Without them, the Ministry of Information can function. Let me tell you, when it start going this way, the international community can look at it and say, Mr. President, this is it. It has the propensity of doing this, doing that. And if you can do anything, we are not going to cooperate with your government further. The next day you hear the person dismissed or this person is suspended. You continue. Let's try it. Let's see. You continue. Every day you wake up. Because the 1 year now, you did come up with a couple of things in the past. I said, no, they leave it because it's this and that. So we try not to elevate. So because we're not elevating it, so it doesn't mean that we can, it doesn't say we can talk. Let me tell you, I told you the last time, let me say it again. This radio is owned by George Weah, managed by AB. Weah is our boss. Boakai is the president. Punch FM, all the other radio stations, pro-government radio stations, Boakai is the boss man. That's why they defend Bouaka every day. They defend Bouaka, and anything Bouaka supports, they support it because Bouaka is the boss man. And they are right. Where is our boss man? You can't sit and people, you in a home, people chastening your father, they saying awful things, they come in against him, and you just sit down there and say you save it last. No, even God will look at you and say you're stupid. Why you can't say something in return to counter that person or to neutralize that person? The only thing you should not go physical, but you can counter the person with words as the person is countering you with words, coming against you rather with words. So we felt, yeah, at Kings, we live in a small village. We are all together, and this is a political game. And so certain things we let it go. That's why you hear, oh, sometimes AB come on and say, oh, he ain't get time for that thing. Not coming, not that AB can come in, not that it's not an issue, but sometimes you just don't want to elevate the person. Because when a person here that you're talking about, he all of the time say, oh, okay, good. The people there, I'll go and say another one again. So they will talk. We know it because we can be in the midst when I hear these things and good. You can be there with the media people. We can be here. We can hear someone eating there. So the guys at the Ministry of Information, they just did that. I thought to make it the last to talk about all the other things. Then we'll go home with that one. So here is it. And you're listening to AB last night. And then this morning, Israel came, Israel expanded on it. It is a concerted effort. We're not talking for a party with an non-party thing. The non-party thing. Is the standard bearer for CDC. So CDC as an institution, they can speak. We talk because that's the reason, one of the reasons we are set up this radio. People set up institution. The first and foremost thing people set up institution for, to enhance their image, protect their image, defend their image. That's why people set up institutions like this. It's not just for merrymaking. In the past, so what the people said, it was the approval of the hierarchy. He said we are a threat to democracy. Just as AB put it last night. That's 100% true. That one ain't difficult to understand. 100%. When you say somebody is a threat, it means the only thing now, you're getting ready to eliminate that person. And elimination can come only one way, killing. That's what it means. Probably the man who made that statement, maybe he know, but I bet you, use that statement on Bouaka or any other person in the government and see whether the people will say that and say it mean anything. When you say somebody is a threat, it means that person is your enemy. And the only thing that is available to you as the option is to get rid of your enemy. The biblical injunction of Matthew 5:44 will no longer hold. When he said, bless them that curse you, pray for them that despitefully use you, or that injunction, your enemy can allow it. It doesn't make sense to your enemy. In a warfare, when a person say you are a threat, it means the next thing they're getting ready to get rid of you. So that whole thing, whether you like it or not, that is our interpretation. And all of you know, when you say somebody is a threat to Liberia's democracy, you say the person bringing the government down. The person doing this, the person undermining, the intent of the person is to bring the government down. So you will now move to say, let's charge this person. So you will only be waiting for the person to say one or two things, then you call your legal people, they interpret it and say it's treasonable. We've seen it. what the guys are doing, if Bwaka are not careful, things will go the other way around in this country. That he himself will be forced to sack some of the ministers. What is happening in this government was the same that was happening with some of the ministers in we as government. Everybody was speaking. Everybody was making all kind of reckless statements all over the place because they felt that they were more seditions. The same thing. People are speaking. Certain ministers are just speaking all over the place because they feel that they are more Unity Party than Bwaka, who is the standard bearer of Unity Party, or they brought Bwaka to power. So they are the ones who are highly educated than him. So they should go and say, you know what it means? You know the implication of such statement? You look at the leading opposition figure in the country and you say the man is a threat to democracy. The guys who sitting at that information ministry, if somebody just look at them and say you are a threat to this, you are a threat to that, you think they will take it in good faith? You think they will be excited? They will get vexed. They will think that you're putting them in an embarrassing situation. But they feel comfortable because they have the power. So the Ministry of Information, you have to stop. The next time you go down there and you say awful things about we are, I think the police, you will bring the police people here because we'll open up to. Just as you're talking, we're talking. We'll open up. The same intellect you have, we have that same intellect. The same way you're educated, we are educated. The only advantage you have, the guns, the torture center, where you get snakes to torture people, you get people there to sodomize people, you get the jailhouse, all of those things that the advantage you have over us. And you can do that because your record already damaged. You get bad human rights record. Or your own National Human Rights Commission, they release the report on your bad report. We get it. We're keeping it in our cabin. That was released by the Independent National Commission on Human Rights Chairman, Councillor Dempster Brown, describing state security as the most brutal under Joseph Bwaka government. We get it. So you go to the Ministry of Information again, yeah? You tell this minister and his deputy, you'll be talking. You will not sell government policy. No, you shouldn't sell government policy. You take we are to be your project. You take we are to be the only significant person because that's what it is. Instead of selling Bwaka, talk about Bwaka. Bwaka say he no more, he will not be dedicating hemp pump. That disgrace. And he said from 1847. If I were at the information ministry and the president said that thing, I would never ever put more on opposition. I would just be talking things now that will give the people a real impression that this government is doing something significant. You call people at that Ministry of Information. That Ministry of Information is irrelevant. That's why somebody suggested they need to take it off because everything in the public before, you call people down there, you call the other minister to go to the other minister to get your money. That all they're doing, you're collecting money. You don't tell us that we know. You don't tell us that we know. We are aware. While you're calling the ministers to go talk, you can submit your budget to them. Say if they're calling Gafan, then they will tell Gafan, we have to find something for the media. So Gafan will make available either 500 or 1,000. So when 3 or 4 ministers speaking at that Ministry of Information, that's how formula then getting their money over there. We know, and we can go there, we can see, and all the media guys then can go there. And our people can go there. That's how they get in the money. They had to create a space. That nonsense Pierre go talk because he painted that place with gray. How much money go into that information ministry? You don't even get it good. For you to sit there, prevail, make sure things work out for the Ministry of Information, then you go hold it that we are your own. Today, I know how many persons they had there. Your government ministers, you start giving you start bribing information ministry that bribery there, that bribe. And your government, unity party government say they are not going to be bribing, they are not going to give media money, they are not going to do any other thing. And at the same thing you're doing now that you're condemned in the past, you'll continue. When I hear that thing again, when I sit down here from 3 o'clock, will be on you will bring your police people all in front of this place. Say now what you want, we'll get to you. When you want to kill us, your kill will die for a cause. I'm telling you people. You know what they call injustice? You know what they call anger? You're going to ask Jesus Christ. You go. The pastors and you can be preaching, you say Jesus will fail with anger. Jesus went in the temple and started beating people. That was not it. That was not it. If you know the real meaning of anger, you know what I mean? Let me share with you there and open the line quickly. When you are vexed, when vexation is about yourself, then it's not a vexation. But when it is about the injustices, the inflicting pains against other people, robbing, incriminating, indicting falsely and wrongly of people, that's what they call anger. Somebody who ain't thinking about you, didn't do anything to you. You just wake up, every day you say things about a person. And you say, when I cause Boaka, since we start operating, you see you're causing Boaka, but every day you're causing we are. You think Boaka and we are, who the normal person between Boaka and we are? Let's be honest. Let's do a little comparison. Who the normal person between Boaka and we are? You say we shouldn't cause. We're not causing Boaka. Nobody can cause Boaka. We're not stoop so low, we'll cause Boaka. But you go to the information ministry, whole day you're causing we are. You know why? Because we are far better than you. We are in no threat to no democracy yet. You people are the threat to your own democracy. You people have now put the country in tatters. Your shame, complete disgrace. You will not use we are as a distraction. No. That plan you get, it will not work. But what we can tell you people literally, because we understand the literal statement, that man never spoke in context. He said we are as a threat to democracy. The key word there is threat. And threat means against. So the only thing you have is to neutralize that threat, is to get rid of that threat for stability to reign. So Daniel Sano and the rest of the people who are the information ministry, what the government said, that we have to get rid of we are. We have to get rid of George Weah. That what that statement means. The key word in that statement used is threat. And the word threat, it simply means against. And you have to get rid of the against. And you see it? And you get it? So how you can get rid of the against? You make sure the person does not exist. How you get rid of person that you perceive as a threat is to make sure the person does not exist. Once you can exterminate the person or get rid of the person, what happened? The threat is off. So yeah, it's it. The goal is to make sure that we are is off. Why are you making no kind of statement for? In this country, look how the country looking. Then you're saying I can't talk about the man as a threat to democracy, and you call yourself information ministry? One of the roles of the Ministry of Information is not to spew out certain expressions that will cause chaos in the country. The same thing Pierre was at that information ministry. I know. He cannot tell me that I know. They were doing all of these things the whole day. They will be talking. Opposition politician did. The other person did. That other person did. Here, Ansel Jackson and Norris Tuer. Ellen looked in the team for long because the reaction was bad into Ellen's partners. Some of them were telling Ellen, they said, Madam President, What is it your Ministry of Information just putting out every day, and there's this confusion all over the place? That's why Ellen told them that if you ain't got nothing to say about the government or to sell the government policy, then you'll shut down that Mika press conference. In fact, you take it to the community. Let the people hear your self-government manifesto. You go ask Ellen when she comes on Ganta. You ask her. She will tell you even more than I'm saying it. Pia comes. Ain't that the same Pia man said the Ministry of Information will be different? What different? Ain't that the same reaction? The only different they painted that building. But at the same thing they're doing over there. Should you be focusing on opposition? Focus on what you have to do. Then you say the man is a threat to democracy. You don't overlook that thing, yo. We are supporters. You don't overlook it. And Israel told you exactly. You heard AB last night. You heard Israel this morning. I just thought to expand on it a little. But you don't overlook anything that people say against you. If you overlook it, Latin talk plenty of people. There are too many on the ground here. They overlook it. People make threat to them. People accuse them of being saying they overlook it today. They on the ground. When somebody says something about you, don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. The people have a plan against we are. The people object is we are. Their target is we are. You don't overlook it. That area I see you. Let's go. Let's just take a few calls on the one, then we are out quickly as we can. Hello.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's hear you.
I'm Pastor Aaron McGill.
Let's hear you, Pastor.
I want to be on record. The way the country is proceeding now, we move from the angle of the religious secting does not come as spiritual advisor to the nation to see to it that this nation should tread on the path of good governance. If we may not come out to acknowledge these individuals who are standing into authority, who should be able to propagate the good governance of the state, to be conscious manners and be very careful with what they put out, we can finally see ourselves going to dark days. And when a person out to a dark days, nobody will escape from here so easily.
All right, Pastor.
Everybody will find it difficult. So I'm saying to say that it is now time for the Liberian people to think that we have suffered here for 14 years devastated war. And we should not repeat the same.
All right, Pastor. Thank you.
We should stop. We should stop these unwholesome, unethical practices, or else we reverse.
Thank you. All right, Pastor.
You.
Yeah, it's good that you are spoken yourself. That's true. You're right. As a pastor, you are 100% right. Your colleagues don't find it necessary. Why? Because most of them are in government. Even the ones who are not in government, they don't find it necessary. They want something to happen, then they will call for 3 days power fast and prayer, or at the time they will say, oh, this thing. In other countries, the religious leaders with these kinds of things, they step in. They step in. That's why they are referred to as the mirror, the moral conscience, the spiritual side of the country. They will step in. They will not allow it to degenerate into anything before. But you have all of the people here, they are muted. You said, now who told you, say, you say pastor can get involved in politics? Ain't say pastor must be a politician, but pastor can speak against the injustices. Pastor can speak against certain threats. That means they call the people attention to it, that this is wrong. You saying this of the leading opposition leader. This man commands 99% of the people in this country. If this man just say a word or two, you know what's going to be? Mr. President, please speak to your people at the Ministry of Information. That's what religious people do. They are farsighted. And that's what the sons of Issachar were. That was one of their responsibilities, to advise Israel. 1 Chronicles 12:32. The sons of Issachar, who had understanding of the time, to advise Israel so that they will know what to do. Who have understanding of the time? Who are the seers, the pastors, the ministers of the gospel? Because they are between God and the nation. They intercede. So when they're hearing things like this, they're seeing things, they move immediately. Hello? They move to neutralize it. Let's hear you, Chief. You are on the air. You are on the air. Speak. You are on the air. Keep playing. Y'all keep playing. The Kings gave away. We're making progress.
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Peter the week out to cover under the street like in Rock Johnsonville.
Let's hear you, sir.
Mr. Sam Andrew, I think the guys from the Ministry of Information need to know the purpose of what we call the make-up press briefing. The make-up press briefing is intended to explain government policies and program in line with the rescue mission to the public. What the government has done, not to inciting violence. But let me say this to the Pierre and that of his before Deputy Minister Daniel Sando, that if you are free, that under you put alone get control over the police, your trial we are. If you are free, that under you put alone get control over the military of Liberia, your trial we are. We are waiting.
Okay, Chief.
And then
thank you. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, Brother Sam. My name is Adi Dana, and I come from the UN guard. Well, Brother Sam, let me appreciate Almighty God for pumping breath into our voice to be heard.
Chief, go straight to the point.
I think for me, the way in which I understand that particular topic is like President Weah is a threat to them when it comes to 2029. Because they go Saturday, they see the saw. That's why they are saying he's a threat. He's not a threat to the country. He's a threat to them, to the re-election, democratic 2029. That's what they are saying. But they don't want to scared to say it that way. Because they see the song Saturday, it confused them on a serious note.
Okay,
so we have a strong selling point. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
Yes, actually, I'm Jeremiah P.U. and I join you from district number 3. Okay, my brother, thank you very much for the topic on the discussion. You know, the problem is that the issue about Waka really is too afraid to the extent of where that he's thinking that all the wrong proceedings that he's doing in this country, because he's looking at it, he didn't want to think we have to be a hospital that we can now win election. So he's looking at that even if we have become all the evil behavior that Waka is carrying on today, he feel that we will want him. But to be exact to say this to you, but don't even forget to know that even with all the state security he has in this country, if even we are wake up today and say sedition or people of my church, you get officer on the street, even the security that Waka has in this country cannot protect this country or protect him. Let him just be in the know.
Okay,
so,
Chief.
But we are acting ignorant or ignorant here. It doesn't mean that he the one owns this country more than even we are owned.
Okay.
So let him be in the know.
Thank you.
So
Let's move to the next person. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Semanju.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my contribution this afternoon is about
Chief, you went off, oh? You went off. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. Mr. Semanju, you are there.
I'm fine, oh, thank God. And you?
I'm calling for service money to the Apiton. I say thank you very much for the topic on the discussion this morning. You know, the people there, they see what they want, they will get it. Because me, I can't blame anybody for time. I can really blame my president for all that man that they say, President, congratulations, you win the election. He will not also agree. That's why they put blood people. But when they try our president, they will try their best. That's all I can say. You can't try that man.
Thank you. Okay, thank you all. Time is of the essence. In the next few minutes, let's make it. Let's see. We can make it. I tell you, we can perform magic at the radio station. When you're not play, we can't do anything. When you don't reach the mark, we can't do anything. That's how it looks. So sometimes I say, oh, I play on the show, I can win. No, that's how it looking. You, when you play, you reach the mark according to the people, then they will send. If you don't reach it, they can't say anything. Last one, and then we are out. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Sanju.
Yes. Good afternoon.
My name is Maya Doinya for calling from Toro Nigga to be preserved section bureau. This is my message to those so-called UP people are sitting down for information ministry. I want to tell that if anybody is trying or president of the Republic of Liberia, he said incidentally that will be a different thing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, all of you. That's it. No more time again. Thank you. So that's how we go home. Well, have to be careful. No, that information ministry there, nothing to do. Nothing. That place not necessary. It's not necessary. Ministers can call press conference. Individual journalists, they go there. In fact, most of the things the public already know before the Ministry of Information can call those people to go talk. Because they have the media people. They put in those things out. You know how many things we can see about the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Post and Telecom, and those other ministry every day. We can get all the information for. So when those people go there, or when they call in the people, you hear the people, the news director or news editor, they leave that information ministry, man. There's nothing much. We already have that. Don't waste your time. There's this other thing that's just like that. You hear the people. They say, oh, don't bother, man. We already aware. We already have it. So don't bother. It's irrelevant, completely irrelevant. They just turn the place. That's why they had to call them soup, eh? Soup say that causing ministry. And they are right. That causing ministry. The other person says something in the Ministry of Information go cost. The person say the Ministry of Information go cost. That's why they call Daniel San, they appointed Daniel Sano and PR and all the people to go do over there. And you say the other people were doing it in the past, it was wrong. You say the Ministry of Information will be different. But no different now, you're doing the same thing. When the other person calls, your cause. The other person calls, your cause. Hey, go. Hey, rescue, man. Che. Yeah. Buy your stuff, man. Okay. See ya. You don't do that. That's not how you run a country. You look at the leading opposition figure, then you say, man, it's a threat. Yeah. If Waka is a serious-minded person, if he is a leader, the first thing he will suspend Daniel Sano for making that statement. As much as they have different ideology, but current leader respects former leader. He will not allow you to stoop so low or show disrespect. Sound government, you made that kind of statement to a leading opposition figure. Immediately you hear the president, he suspend that person. But anyway, it is at Boaka's taste too. He likes it. But he know they damaging the government. Our Marvin Cole say they putting pressure on him. So he will give out the goals, then they assume the presidency. All right. That area I see you. So the news is on at 6 o'clock very shortly. And then 8 o'clock tonight is Face the Issues with A.B. William. Y'all have to be careful. We're back tomorrow. We're going to watch our information ministry. We'll pick up everything from there. Y'all go there, y'all tour again. Today, that's your intro. Tomorrow, y'all say anything. We'll start from 3 all the way to 5:30 against you. And we'll say some things. We'll bring out some things. Pia, you know I get your record. Y'all know. You are to that place. I get files on you and start playing it. Your people call. In the last time your man called, had to call him Fambule. He started telling me all kinds of things. When I left, he started begging me, oh, my man. And you know, we all want, you know, Pia, that your man, and drop Latina. Well, when I start playing the other ones, then you all will know. I see you.